minggu kedua, so ada 8 minggu lagi. So we try to finish soon as possible. Okay. Peperiksaan bulan Ogos, cuti semester. Okay. Okay, method of evaluation. Method of evaluation. So this is what I have decided. InsyaAllah kita ada take home bawa balik rumah. So take home maksudnya open book ke? Sama lah, open book juga. Boleh buka buku. Okay. Home midterm test 45 markah. Banyak tu, 45 So maybe soalan dia saya tak decide lagi. Maybe 3 question lah kot. 10 markah, 10, 20 and soalan besar problematic question 25. 10, 10, 25, 45. So I will give you around 1 week lah to answer dia. Seminggu. Take home, open book, sama saja. Assignment 15 mark. Tutorial assessment, attendance semua tu 10 marks. Dan kita ada final exam, take home juga, open book. Tak seminggu, 3 hari je. Okay, sebab dia 30 markah je. Yang take home midterm tu banyak. Okay, take home midterm test sama juga macam dulu. Okay, documentary evidence, presumption, corroboration evidence. 3 chapter je. Okay, so tarikh dia saya decide 14 14 sampai 21. So nanti 14 nanti saya akan disclose lah soalan-soalan dia. So I give you 1 week to write. So nanti dah siap jawab. Nanti you hantar dekat Syauqi akan kumpulkan. Okay, so nanti Syauqi bagi kat saya lah. Okay, online. Okay, everything is online nowadays. Kalau ada apa-apa soalan boleh interrupt boleh tanya. Tanya saja. Individual assignment, case assignment masih sama lagi yang macam saya bagi itu 15. So try to do it. Due date dia bagi 21 lah masa take home test punya submission nanti. Okay. So samalah 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 case review. 3 marks, 5, 15 marks. So nanti you dah siap hantar dekat Syauqi kumpulkan. So nanti Syauqi bagi saya. Okay. So itulah ikut KLB lah. KLB1 dengan Syami, KLB2 dengan Syauqi. Takut confuse nanti. Any question? Ada apa-apa soalan? Boleh tanya soalan pasal metod ni. Any question? Sekejap je. Ada apa-apa soalan? Boleh tanya? Ada sir. Okay,
no,
okay,
sir,
noted.
no.
Saya juga ada sir.
So far so good.
Okay, noted. No question. Semua clear? Yes, okay. Yes, okay lah.
Okay, sir.
Okay ya?
Okay.
Siapa tu? Okay, Auni ada? Senyap je. Auni, where are you? Oh, Auni ada? Tak ada? Senyap je. Auni tak ada Auni tak ada. Okay, tak ada question. Kita move forward boleh So, kita dah cover 2 chapter, documentary evidence dengan last week presumption. Okay. And today we're going to learn about corroboration lah, basically corroboration. For today, we're going to learn about part 1. Okay, I divided into part 1 and part 2 sebab banyak sangat. So, today is part 1, next week part 2. Okay. So, part 1 selalunya general principle lah. Next week will be exception. First question of the day, most important question, what on earth is corroboration? Okay, what is corroboration? So basically corroboration is a supporting evidence, is to support, is to strengthen, is to make things more clearer, okay, is to substantiate, okay, is to, is to make things more clearer, okay, accepted, okay, trustworthy, okay, reliable, okay. So that's basically what corroboration. It comes from the word corrupt, C-O-R-O-O-B, corrupt, not corrupt. Corrupt is corrupt. Okay. To strengthen, to glue, to make things clearer. Okay, it's to support lah. It's a support, to strengthen. Okay. What is corroboration evidence? When it comes to evidence, corroboration evidence means supporting evidence. Okay, strengthening evidence to confirm. You already have evidence in place. You need supporting extra evidence to support the existing evidence. Okay, we already have evidence. Why on earth we want to bring more evidence? There's a reason. Okay, which I'm going to explain after this. Okay, there's a reason why we need to have more than one piece of evidence. Okay, not all cases require corroboration evidence. Only few cases saja. Okay, require corroboration evidence. And what are the cases? After this, I explain. Okay, only certain area. So corroboration evidence is evidence that tends to support a proposition in case that is already been supported by evidence. Okay, so in particular case, special case, one evidence is not enough. You must bring more than one. Okay, one piece of evidence is not enough. You must bring more than one evidence. Okay, that's the meaning of corroboration evidence, supporting evidence. Okay, in certain case, not all case. Okay, so corroboration evidence is a supporting evidence. Okay, that's basically. You can ask question if you don't understand anything or not clearer or apa voice terganggu ke apa, line terganggu ke. Okay. So hot petang. It's like apa ni? Okay. You can refer to several cases when talk about corroboration evidence. A good case to highlight will be DPP against Hester, as well as the case of PP against you kill, then you kill bird. Okay. These two cases, Hester and Kilburn, said that there's nothing technical about the idea of corroboration. Justice Sharma in the case of Atan bin Abdul Ghani against PP also stated that there's no magic even in the word of corroboration. Tak ada magic. There's nothing so special about the word corroboration. It's not a philosophical word lah. Okay, supporting evidence. Okay, to make things more reliable, acceptable. Okay. In the case of PP against Kilburn, 1973, the word corroboration by itself means no more than evidence tending to confirm other evidence. Okay, it's to confirm other evidence. Lord Morris, in the case of PP against Hester, corroboration is evidence tending to confirm, not only to confirm, to support, as I said, other evidence. You already have evidence, you want to support that evidence again. Okay, why we need to confirm? Why we need to support? That's a good question. Okay, because, as I said, because of the nature. Okay, required so. Okay, what are the nature of the case? After this, I explain.
Sir,
Third question of the day. Ya.
Repeat balik tadi sebab tadi macam tak jelas.
Yang mana?
Yang masa Sir terangkan pasal DPP and Hester.
DPP against Hester. Corroboration is evidence tending to confirm and to support other evidence. Means that in a case, okay, in a very special case, you already submitted evidence, but that evidence is not enough. Okay, because of that case. Okay, that's why you are required to bring extra evidence to support, to confirm the Nazira.
Okay.
Okay, so one piece of evidence is not enough, Nazira. In that case, you must bring more than one. Okay, more than one evidence. 2, 3, 4, 5. How many is it? One is not enough, whatever it is. Okay. So what other cases required a lot of evidence after this, Nazira?
Okay.
Okay. Third question of the day. Why we need corroboration evidence? Why we need corroboration evidence? You can refer to this case, Muhammad. This Allah against the king. 1946 appeal cases, judgment by Muhammad Sugal Esa. The requirement of corroboration evidence because because the evidence we have is not enough. Number one, okay, and number two, as I said, because of the nature of the case, okay, because the special of the case required one piece of evidence. Okay, you cannot only have one. You cannot only support your case with one piece of evidence. You must corroborate that piece of evidence with other evidence. You must bring more than one piece of evidence lah. Okay. Number one maybe because to strengthen your case. Number two, because the nature of the number 3 because maybe because the nature of the witness is off. Okay, maybe it's not that the witness is not good. Okay, if the witness is not good, then it show that your case is not that strong. But it's not because the witness is not good, but because it's involved suspect witness. Okay, witness which is not good and suspect witness is two separate things. Okay, suspect witness means special kind of witness. Okay, it's like a special kind of case lah. Macam saksi kanak-kanak. Okay, they also can become as a witness in court, but they are being called as a suspect witness because kanak-kanak. Okay, being kanak-kanak, you cannot rely on testimony 100% from kanak-kanak. You must bring extra evidence, corroboration evidence to support the testimony given by kanak-kanak. That's the reason. So why we need corroboration evidence again? Because maybe the evidence we have is not enough, number one. Okay. Number two, because the nature of the case required so. And number three, because the nature of the witness, okay, suspect witness, okay, which insists the court to have one more piece of evidence, okay, supporting evidence to support the existing evidence. You have evidence in place. The issue now, you must bring extra evidence to support that existing evidence. Okay, that's the issue. So corroboration evidence is to support existing evidence. And the evidence you have must be a strong evidence before you're allowed to bring corroboration evidence. Corroboration evidence is not to support weak evidence. Don't get that in your mind. Okay, corroboration evidence not because the evidence you have is weak. No. Corroboration is only available if the evidence you have is strong. Corroboration is to support strong evidence. Corroboration is not to support weak evidence. If the evidence you have is weak, then you don't have any case at all. Forget about corroboration. Okay? All the evidence will be rejected. You lost your case. Okay? So corroboration evidence is to support strong evidence. If the evidence you have is strong, then you must bring extra evidence to support that strong evidence. Okay, one of you might ask question, we already have a strong evidence. Why on earth we need to bring extra evidence to support, to corroborate? Dah ada strong tu cukup lah. Because the nature of the case required so, because the nature of the witness required so. Itu jawapannya. No choice. Okay? Kadang-kadang dah tulis dalam statute tu, walaupun evidence tu strong, you must bring two strong evidence to support your case. One strong evidence, not enough, because you mentioned in the statute. Okay, which part of the statute? That will be after this. Okay. Next slide, slide 17. So as I said, this topic divided into two parts. For today, we discuss general principle. Next week, about exception. So general principle, slide 19. General principle, you refer kepada section 134. Hope you still have our evidence act. Okay, jangan buang. Okay. 134 talk about what? It's talk about the number of witness, a number of evidence lah, not only witness, other kind of evidence. Okay, this 134 said that no particular number of witness shall in any case be required for the proof of any facts. Okay, so what it try to say is that what is important, the number of witness of evidence is not important. What is important is about the evidence you submitted. Okay, in other words, 134 is talk about what call it? The quality of evidence, not the quantity of evidence. What is most important to the court is the quality of evidence, not the quantity. Okay, so the result of this section is that any case the testimony of a single witness if believed is sufficient to establish any fact. Okay, as long the testimony given by witness or whatever evidence you submitted is convincing, reliable, and relate to last semester punya topic apa tu? Relevant. Okay, your court can accept it. Okay, so the court will not force you to bring a number of witness lah. Ini general principle lah. Whenever there's a general principle, exception. Exception next week. Okay. So you can refer to the case of right against Tantum. Okay. For international level. So local level, a good case of Ko Cheng Bok. This is a very important case. Okay. When we talk about corroboration. Okay. When we talk about section 134, you must relate this to this maxim. The most important maxim. Testus ponderator, non-numerator. Okay. Spelling TS, testus, bukan testis. Okay. Testus, TES, bukan TES. Okay. Don't laugh. Okay. Don't laugh. Riaz, don't laugh. Okay. Testus, bukan testis. Spelling tu betul-betul. Okay. Testus ponderator. Testus tu apa? Testus maksudnya testimoni lah. Okay, ponderator, you're pondering. Okay, non-numerator. Non-numerator means not the amount, the quantity. Okay, evidence is to be weighed, not to be numbered or counted. What is important is the quality of evidence, not the quantity. General principle, quality is more important. Okay, nobody can force you to bring 1,000 witness whatsoever. Okay, 1,000 piece of document ke, 1,000 piece of circumstantial evidence ke, itu tak penting. Okay, nobody can force you. The court is concerned more on quality, not quantity. Okay, so if anybody force you to bring a lot of evidence, you argue section 134. Okay, said that who on earth said okay we need to bring so many evidence? Okay, 134 say it's not a must. Okay, so what is the reason having section 134 and the maximum testus ponderator non-numerator? Is not to force people, especially the lawyer, to bring a lot of evidence. It's not fair lah. Okay, it's not fair. Okay, to force you to bring a lot of number of witness. Okay, or evidence, whatever evidence. One is enough lah. Okay, it's not fair. Sometimes to bring evidence is very expensive, time consuming. Semua tu kan nak paksa juga aku bawa banyak evidence. Okay, does not make any sense. A good case you can refer to is Vadi Velu Teva against State of Madras 1957. Same goes in India lah. Okay, Sinhaji said okay, these are section 134 in India, same together with the maximum testus ponderator non-numerator, talks about the requirement to bring to focus on the quality of the evidence, not the quantity. If we insist on the quantity, then it will hamper the administration of justice. It will be not fair to everybody. Okay, if we force people to bring so many evidence. Okay. Local case Malaysia punya judgment by Gopal Sriram, you refer kepada case apa MGG Pillay. Okay, this is a very important case. Tan Sri Datuk Vincent Tan Ching Yong. Okay, this is a defamation punya case, law of tort, civil punya case. Is to show that dalam civil case pun the court follow 134, the court also follow testus moderator non-numerator. The court is not bothered about the number of witness or evidence standard. What is important is the quality. Dalam kes dalam MGG Pillay, he was being he bring an action against Tan Sri Datuk Vincent Tan for defamation. Tan Sri Datuk Vincent Tan, he published something in the newspaper attacking MGG Pillay. MGG Pillay not so happy, so he bring legal suit civil suit against Tan Sri Datuk Vincent Tan. So in the court, defamation case, civil case ni was supported by the piece of newspaper printed out, okay, highlighting about the defamation suit. So the court accept the printed punya testimony from this newspaper lah alone without bringing other evidence. Okay, that's the issue. And then the court say the court rely on section 134 lah and the maximum testus ponderator non-numerator. The court is not bothered about the number of evidence, is the quality of evidence. Walau tu benda tu satu piece of evidence saja being printed out in the newspaper is enough as long as convincing, reliable, and most important last semester section 5 relevant. Okay, itu dia. Another case again dalam case Ram Agus Tewari against Bandish Wari and Wari. Okay, Ram Agus Tewari against Bandish Wari Wari and Wari. Okay, same goes here. Sama juga. He said that siapa ni? Dalam kes ni evidence of evidence is to be judged on its own merit, and if there's nothing in this evidence or in the evidence of other witnesses examining the case to discredit him, it cannot be disbelieved on the ground that there's only one witness. So tak boleh reject lah hanya kerana orang tu bawa satu saksi je, asal kita nak reject pula. Okay, not fair. Okay, not fair. Okay, asalkan convincing, reliable, relevant to your case, the court can accept it. Another case beside MGG tadi, the Long Ben Samad, bukan Prof Samad. Okay, Long Ben Samad. Against PP 1974 to MLJ 152, this case highlight about criminal side lah. Macam MGG Pillay tadi talk about civil case, Long Ben Samad talk about criminal punya case. Okay, criminal punya case dalam case ni criminal case, this party, there was 3 culprit was charged for criminal offence. Okay, criminal offence under penal code. Okay, so for causing hurt to the victims. Okay, the victims are being attacked by 3 people. Okay, in Kedah, in Paddy Field. Okay, these 3 people, one bring parang, one bring kapak, one bring Apa lagi satu? Parang, kapak and pedang. Tiga senjata api. Okay. To attack the victim lah. The victim managed to escape lah, but was hurt lah severely, was admitted to hospital. So when the prosecution call in the victim to come to the court, he give testimony. The court rely 100% on testimony given by the victim alone. Okay, to implicate all the accused lah. So all the accused was charged accordingly for causing grievous hurt under the penal code lah, and was sentenced to imprisonment. So interestingly, walaupun dalam case criminal, the court rely also on the testimony of a single witness. Okay, testus ponderator non numerenta, as well the maxim of section 134 tu . So bukan saja dalam case civil, case criminal pun. Okay, walaupun quantum of proof is very high, beyond reasonable of doubt, the court can rely on testimony of a single witness if reliable, relevant to your case. Okay. But section 134 ni does not mean that you can rely 100% on bringing a single witness or single evidence. Does not mean that you're supposed to be lazy lah, to put things simple. Okay, it's better to bring varieties of evidence. Okay, the more the merrier. Okay, especially case, very serious case macam case criminal ke, high profile case ke, it's good to have a lot of evidence to support your case lah. So 134 does not mean that you only allowed to bring one evidence. No. Okay. Okay, is 134 and the maxim testers tu tadi only talk about nobody can force you to bring about the number of witness tu saja. It does not mean that you only bring one piece of evidence. Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay. So corroboration evidence, the exceptions. Okay, that one is the principle. Okay, boleh bawa satu piece of evidence. Tapi ada case-case lain, you tak boleh bawa satu piece of evidence. Wajib, must, compulsory for you to bring more than one piece of evidence. Okay, you refer kepada kes Aziz bin Muhammad Din against PP. Okay, and 1990, siapa tu? Ada call ke? Okay, 1986, 5 MLJ 473. So dalam kes matter of law, corroboration required as a matter of law, you must bring evidence more than one. Corroboration required a matter of practice, you must bring evidence more than one. So question, what on earth is different between matter of law and matter of practice? Corroboration matter of law means that you must bring extra evidence to support the existing evidence. As a matter of law, law means required by law. Okay, it's mentioned by statute. Okay, whether you like it or not, if it's mentioned by statute, must be there. Okay. Matter of practice, okay, it's not mentioned by statute, but it's mentioned through decided cases. Okay, so decided cases, you must support your case as well. Okay. Not only decided cases in Malaysia, all over the world. Okay. Example apa dia? Yang ni. So kita ada 8 area yang required corroboration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lah. Okay, yang ini separate issue. Okay, 7 area cases yang saya cakap tadi, apa cases, nature of the case or nature of witness. Okay, macam unsworn evidence. Matter of law, because required by the law. Ada dalam statute dia, section 133 capital A. Okay, ni next week kita akan bincang detail. Okay, must corroborate. Okay, so kalau saksi kanak-kanak tu datang ke mahkamah, testify, we cannot accept the testimony given by child without having corroboration. Corroboration dengan apa, sir? Corroborate dengan apa-apa pun, asalkan corroborate. Itu dia. Satu lagi, matter of law, seditious cases, hasutan, bau-bau hasutan. Yang ni kita ada bawah akta hasutan. Okay, yang required corroboration. Ada section 8, bawah akta hasutan 1948, kena corroborate. Entries of book of account, you hantar book account. So you tak boleh hantar book account tu macam tu saja. You kena corroborate juga. Okay, ini section 34. Okay. Okay, matter of practice, okay, tak ada dalam statute. Tapi dalam case law tu ada. Macam last semester kita ada bincang visual identification kan? Ingat tak? Turnbull guideline tu. Okay, Allahyarham Datuk Faizal Tan Bicik punya judgement tu. Kena ada corroboration. Okay. Sworn evidence tadi unsworn. So sworn evidence of child walaupun dia bersumpah kena corroborate juga. Okay. Evidence rakan-rakan sejenayah kena corroborate. Sexual offences je. Sexual anything sexual case sexual. Bukan rogol saja, banyak case sexual kena corroborate. Okay. Previous statement ni apa sir? You boleh pakai previous statement as corroboration evidence. Contoh je police report ke apa ke atau apa-apa statement yang you buat orally, document ke, you WhatsApp dekat family you ke, best friend you ke. So kita boleh pakai previous statement tu untuk support evidence. Itu dia. So this exception to be continued next week lah. Okay. Ada apa-apa soalan?
Sir.
Ya. Yeah. Tak ada
Saya nak
Eliana ya, Eliana.
Apa tadi previous statement sir? Saya tak boleh tangkap tu.
Previous statement tu any statement made previously before you bring your case in court. It can be oral previous statement or document previous statement. For example, you make a police report, FIR ke apa ke. So later on, the court require you to bring corroboration evidence. You can bring this police report to corroborate your evidence. Itu masuk di Eliana.
Okay sir, thank you.
You're most welcome. Ataupun kalau tak ada police report, ataupun statement you make to your mother. Okay, you make a phone call. Okay, later on you bring your case in court. The court can call your mother to come to court to testify about whatever statement you have delivered to your mother. Okay, earlier, orally, dalam phone tu. Apa yang you cakap kat mak, itu previous statement. Apa-apa statement pun.
Okay sir.
You're most welcome. Any more question?
Sir,
Ya.
nak minta seterang sekali lagi boleh tak yang method of law dengan method of practice, sebab saya macam tak dapat nak link dengan corroboration tu macam mana?
Boleh Amir. Method of law tu, maksud dia method of law tu required by the law lah. By the law selalunya melalui statute Amir. It's mentioned by the statute. So you kena bawa extra evidence to support whether you like it or not. Kalau you gagal corroborate, maknanya you melanggar statute, melanggar law. It's mentioned. Okay, so walaupun bukti tu very clear ke apa ke, you must corroborate juga whether you like it or not. Matter of practice tu pula is not mentioned by statute, is mentioned by decided cases saja. So terpulanglah kepada budi bicara hakim nak corroborate ke tak. Okay, selalunya 99.9% matter of law ke matter of practice tu memang corroborate juga. Okay, tapi the court has option lah for matter of practice nak corroborate ke tak. Kalau evidence tu sangat corroborate, tapi the court must put dalam nota proceeding mahkamah dia mengatakan okay, evidence is clear, there's no need to corroboration whatsoever. Okay, tapi the court must be caution himself lah about the evidence standard. Itu masuk matter of law dengan matter of practice. Matter of law is required by the law, it's a must Amir. Okay, matter of practice is not required by the law, it's only from decided cases saja, bukan saja kes-kes kat Malaysia, macam kes-kes satu dunia ni. Contoh dia Amir, last semester kita dah belajar Turnbull guideline tu, identification evidence section 9 tu. Okay, so it's not law, it's from decided cases je. Turnbull case, R against Turnbull. Okay, so tak ada statute section berapa yang cakap. Okay, so terpulanglah budi bicara hakim mahkamah. Okay, sama ada untuk accept the testimony given by the witness without corroboration or to accept the testimony given by the witness with corroboration with regard to matter of practice. Okay, tapi kalau matter of law, wajib. Contoh dia tadi saya bagi tu macam Amir yang tadi macam unsworn evidence of a child. Kalau saksi kanak-kanak datang testify dalam mahkamah tanpa bersumpah. So, tanpa bersumpah dia kena bagi testimoni tapi dia kena corroborate dengan apa-apa evidence. Mahkamah tak boleh rely 100% testimony of this child without corroboration. Salah. Okay, sedition cases Amir. Okay, so kalau orang tuduh you menghasut ke apa ke, so kena bawa bukti ekstra untuk menyokong saksi ke, menyokong apa-apa bukti yang you ada. Mahkamah tak boleh menghukumkan satu bukti tu saja, tak boleh. Sebab dia dah ada dalam akta hasutan tu, section 8 mengatakan you kena bawa extra evidence, corroboration. Itu contoh dia Amir. Is it clear Amir?
Clear sir, thank you.
You're most welcome. Any more question? Ada apa-apa soalan? Awal lah. Semua okey?
Okay,
Hamzah? Okey ya? Hamzah okey Hamzah?
Doktor, saya nak tanya sikit.
Ya Hamzah.
Kenapa kita kena corroborate strong evidence?
Kenapa kita perlu corroborate strong evidence as I said, because Apa? I nak jawab sebab is required by the law, tapi itu macam jawapan mudah je. I nak bagi jawapan filosofi sikit lah.
Yang tu je lah kan jawapan dia kan?
Ha?
Yang tu je lah kan jawapan dia kan?
Tak. Itu jawapan mudah, Hamzah. Sebab required by the law, mentioned by statute kan, mudah kan? Tapi selain daripada tu, bukan sebab dia required by the statute je. Selain daripada tu, sebab dia, moral dia, because you tengok sini Hamzah, dalam I bagi dekat I punya diagram tu, dekat carta tu, you tengok jenis-jenis saksi kat sini. Tengoklah saksi dia Hamzah, kanak-kanak tau. Dalam kes ni, kes yang melibatkan hasutan. Dalam kes-kes ni melibatkan rakan-rakan sejenayah, accomplice. Okay, sexual offence. Ini sebab-sebab kes ni, apa yang you boleh nampak Hamzah dalam kes ni? Kes ni, saksi dia tu macam saksi yang tak kredibel tu Hamzah. Itu sebab kita kena bawa 2 strong evidence Hamzah. 1 strong evidence tak cukup. Tengoklah, yang ni dia panggil kanak-kanak. So kalau kita nak rely 100% on testimoni kanak-kanak, very doubtful Hamzah. Especially dalam kes-kes jenayah. Okay, macam kes-kes sexual offence kuat, betul-betul meyakinkan. Itu sebab dia Hamzah. Macam kes-kes seksual ni, dia very dangerous punya kes tu Hamzah. Kalau kes rompak apa tu tak dangerous sangat. Kes jenayah seksual ni very because dia affect reputation orang tu buat selama-lama je. Itu sebab kita kena ada banyak evidence yang kuat untuk dalam kes-kes seksual. Macam kes visual ni Hamzah, yang kita dah nampak sebab mata. I always play a trick last semester. Okay, itu sebab kita kena ada lebih banyak bukti yang kuat. 1 tak cukup. Okay, rakan-rakan jenayah ni, kalau yang saksi tu adalah bekas-bekas rakan-rakan jenayah, so kita tak boleh rely on testimoni rakan-rakan dia sebab dia rakan. Okay, so ada doubt kat situ. So kita kena ada bukti untuk menyokong saksi rakan juga. Sworn testimony of child, walaupun dia bagi sworn, tapi a child still a child. Okay, kita ada, sebab child ni bahaya sikit. Okay, kita tak boleh rely 100% on testimony of a child. So Hamzah, apa jawapan you? Sebab nature of the case, number 1. And because of the nature of the witness themselves. Itu sebab dia kenapa kita perlu 2 bukti yang kuat. 1 tak cukup. Selain daripada jawapan statute semua tu. Is it okay Hamzah?
Okay, faham.
Because of the nature of the case, because of the nature of the witness. Itu sebab kenapa kita perlu corroboration dalam kes-kes ni. Ini semua bukan kat Malaysia saja ya. Ini semua satu dunia tau. Satu dunia apply the same standard America, Zimbabwe. Semua pakai benda yang sama juga. Kena ada extra evidence. 1 evidence tak cukup. Turnbull kan UK punya kes. Tengok, diorang pun kena pakai. Okay, corroboration. Any more question?
Saya sir.
Yes. Atikah.
Sir, untuk entries of book account tu, adakah ianya untuk entries book account, adakah ianya dikira sebagai dokumentari, dan kalau di dokumentari, adakah ini bermaksud dokumentari memerlukan corroboration?
You can regard it as a documentary Atika, but this is a very special kind of a documentary evidence, okay? Because it's a book of account. Dia ada number semua tu, nombor-nombor. That's why the law give a special treatment lah. It's mentioned under section 34 bawah evidence act tu. Okay, what kind of special treatment given? You must corroborate. Because kita bukan hantar saja dokumen, tapi ada calculation yang penting-penting dalam tu. Okay, so kita cannot rely 100% on this book of account alone without extra evidence to support. Okay, you can support with any evidence. You hantar buku account tu Atika, bukan saja hantar, you nak support dengan apa? You boleh panggil siapa-siapa lah saksi yang buat buku account tu ke, siapa-siapa je lah yang sesuai. Okay, it's a documentary evidence, it's a very special kind of documentary evidence Atika. It's not like a private document, it's not like a public document, it's a special kind of evidence, a document which required corroboration. Okay, is it okay Atika?
Okay, clear.
Clear. Any more question? Ada apa-apa soalan? Semua okey ke? I assume okey. Syauqi ada soalan Syauqi? Senyap. Syauqi ada? Syauqi?
Rocket.
Ya. Siapa tu?
Ada ke situasi corroboration kena counter oleh corroboration? No.
Okay, yes.
Hello, betul?
Yes, listen.
Ada ke situasi dalam court bila kita bawa corroboration, lepas tu parti sebelah dia bawa another corroboration. Boleh je kan? Macam mana?
Tak berlaku dalam sejarah lagi. Selalunya orang yang bawa saksi tu aja yang corroborate. Dia ada parti dia tak perlu corroboration. It depends on the party who bring the evidence. You have evidence, okay, the concerned party who bring evidence will require corroboration.
Okay, betul.
Itu dia. Any more question? Ada lagi soalan? Sekarang sudah pukul berapa? 5 minit lagi pukul 4. Kita habis awal Okay, virtual tutorial ambil kau. Okay, virtual tutorial So virtual tutorial, ikut tutorial masing-masing kalau boleh. Kalau nak join lain-lain pun tak apa TLB1 10 11, TLB2 11 12 12 1. So kita pakai account ni lah, Teams ni. Okay, kita access je. Yang TLB4 ni tak apa, kita ikut itu dah agree nak mansuhkan kan. So petang-petang tu tak payahlah you all bangun. Boleh solat asar terus tak payah ganggu. Okay, boleh join mana-mana. TLB4 boleh join mana-mana lepas tu hari Khamis TLB5, TLB6, TLB8. Okay. Yang lain pun boleh join lah. Mana-mana you nak feel comfortable to join. Asalkan join, please join. Sebab ada markah, 10 markah kat situ. Okay. 10, please join Ada apa-apa soalan ni? Okay. AMB. So, ada apa-apa soalan? Ada apa-apa? Tak ada? Semua okey? Semua okey? Unmute je. Ayah. Okey. Ya.
Okey, doktor.
Semua Ashraf. Okey, Ashraf okey? Ashraf ada? Ada.
Ada.
Okay, Azman Zaim.
Okay.
Ada Okay, good. Azman okey Azman Zaim okey?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Riaz okey, Riaz okey? Riaz, where are you?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay,
sir.
Okay. That's good, Riaz.
Sir,
Faiz Hakim.
Sir,
Apa
final,
dia?
sir.
Okay, final.
Memang open book test ke?
Riaz, this is what I've been told lah. It's a take home test, means that it's like a open book test lah. Open book test. Is it okay, Riaz?
Cuma tengah nak terima.
Baru nak terima Okay. Is it? Are you happy ke? Take home test or are you not happy take home test?
Kalau take home test, kalau open book kan macam lagi susah ke, sir? Macam lagi susah
ke? Pelik. Depend on individual lah dia. Some people are happy. Depend on individual lah. Susah nak mau cakap. Apalah, kita tengok macam mana nanti Riaz Faiz boleh? Faiz Hakim.
Yes, Faiz ada, sir.
Faiz okey ke?
Okey, sir.
Boleh dengar
Boleh.
Macam mana cuaca di Kelantan?
Cuaca hari ni mendung-mendung.
Mendung Kat mana ni? Macang ke?
Kat Pasir Mas, sir.
Pasir Mas?
Hmm.
Tempat favourite I tu.
Oh, okey.
Okey. Oh, mendung ya. Sama lah KL pun dekat Wangsa Maju ni. Wangsa Maju sekarang ada KL mendung juga.
Oh, baguslah.
Okey, Fadil okey Fadil ya?
Okey sir, okey.
Ah. Oh, Syahid. Syahid.
Saya
Okey ya?
okey.
Hadri. Okey Hadri.
Yes, sir. Sir? No?
Okey. Okey Hadri ya?
Okey, sir.
Ampang
Okey, sir.
macam mana? Cuaca Ampang macam mana?
Ampang hari ni boleh kata cerah daripada pagi sampai petang, tak ada awan.
Hadri kat depo sir.
Kat depo? Depo mana?
Siapa sir? Line tak clear dah.
Line tak clear. Boleh dengar Lokman?
Sekat-sekat, sir.
Sekat-sekat sir, dia macam gagap-gagap sikit.
Nota dapat Lokman? Nota?
Ada, dapat.
Suara you Lokman. Very clear. Hadri pun dengar, semua dengar. Very dapat lah.
Ada.
Okay, that's good. Okay lah, ramai. Okay, yang lain okay, I think that's all lah. Okay, thank you very much Okay, see everybody next week for class and tutorials. Okay, so if you need anything, just talk dekat ruangan chat je lah. Nanti I try jawab. Okay. Okay, terima kasih Budi datang kelas kita hari ni Okay.
Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you.
Terima kasih, sir. Thank
Okay.
you.
Assalamualaikum. Take care.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Sama.
Thank you sir.
Thank you. Jangan lupa switch off video. Bahaya.